Good evening. We should probably start out with a disclaimer. Student attire is not necessarily indicative of what month it is. Witness, for example, the months of December, January, and February yet to come this school year. But for now, very appropriate. And the marching band had a wonderful practice this afternoon on campus in 80-degree temperatures. Overnight tonight, we told you 61 for the low, but see here, increasing clouds, possible light rain. That may start sooner rather than later. In fact, Futurecast is telling us maybe by the time of nightcap tonight, some of you may be getting wet if you're outside. We do have the possibility even of some intensity tonight as we move a little closer to the midnight hour. And that intensity will continue at times through the early morning hours. So a very high likelihood of rain overnight into the early morning hours, and then things start to break up. Certainly by mid-afternoon, you're going to see not only the rain breaking up, and most of it will be isolated. We expect maybe 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch, but it's going to be spotty at times, and then the sun will start to come out. Actually, you'll see a little bit of sunshine in places while it's raining elsewhere, and this will continue on into the evening hours Thursday. Let's step aside and look at our temperature predictions. Keep in mind, all of these temperatures are going to be rain affected by if it rains or if it doesn't rain. If it doesn't rain at all, which is unlikely, but if it doesn't rain at all, we could see temperatures back in the 80s again. But more likely than not, most of you will see rainfall tomorrow, especially as we move through into the noon hour and into the mid to the late afternoon. So we're predicting a high of 76 degrees here in Charleston. Let's talk about temperatures though. If we had not had any rain expected, we were seeing predicted a ridge of warmer weather coming up from the south. Notice this for Wednesday today. Look how it rises up and includes the state of Wisconsin, parts of Minnesota. It would have been a higher temperature tomorrow in the forecast, except the rain effect. Then look what happens Friday into Saturday. Now Saturday we are predicting much warmer weather. It could be the warmest day of the week, in fact. And as we move into early next week, basically a 6 out of 10 as far as warmer temperatures. So translated, that means temperatures in the low to mid 80s. Looking at the weekend, isolated storms possible Friday, Saturday, spotty rain in the morning, and then becoming nicely sunny. Sunday, mostly sunny, and a high, we believe, still around 80 degrees. Our 6 to 10 day forecast from the National Weather Service says 6 out of 10 chance of temperatures being above normal. And again, we translate that for you to mean probably the lower to the middle 80s by the middle of next week. Look at September. Last year on this date, 94 degrees for the high. We're in the 80s now, not the 90s though. But this has been a dry month, folks. We do need the rain. Only 6/100ths of an inch of rain so far, and we do have the possibility of rain. Let's hope we get some for Thursday and Friday in particular. More rain possible next week. Now back to the news desk.